Last week I published a video about the 5 things that helped me become a profitable trader. This week we talk about the same topic but from a different trader, someone I look up to quite a bit, a trader who's been trading for more than 20 years. Michael Toma is someone I really look up to, and he's now one of the coaches at Desires Trade. He will teach you the 5 things that made him successful, trading now investors fun, and scaling up his account quite a big time compared to when he started. This is going to be a very good one and a lot of notes you can take, a lot of things you can learn from that one. As always, it's a paid training. I'm giving it to you for free on YouTube here. Hope you make the most of it, and we'll dive right in.
So let's get to the 5 things that clearly changed my trading career. Let's go to number 5. All right, how are you guys doing? All right, good. Take some good notes. Number 5, I surrounded myself with pros during my development. It's really a benefit that helped me in business, which I've learned from, and in trading. Real simple. Find out what the successful people are doing and then just do that. And I surrounded myself with pros to do it. I didn't have a lot of money when I started out. I couldn't pay for a lot of big courses, but I met people at expos. I took them for coffee. Very few people rejected my request when they were in town or the family. I lived in New York City, so I would always kind of help them and give them a tour and stuff, just to get on the good side of them. So if I had any questions, I would ask them. But the bottom line is I found out what the successful people were doing and just started doing it, even if it was out of my comfort zone. What I see sometimes is, we all want to gravitate to certain people, but I had to ask myself, okay, well, how are they doing? And I had to eliminate a lot of the people who I thought were going to help me in my development. So I just stuck with the ones that were successful. And the key here is I had to go outside of my comfort zone many times to do it. The bottom line is it's working for them. I got to learn this. And that became really the foundation of the start of the turn that changed my trading career. Surrounding myself with pros, big one. Let's go to number 4. I changed my job description of what a trader is. What I thought a trader was you go in front of a screen, wait for something to happen, right, based on your trading plan, and you push the button. It was about pushing buttons and making trades. I changed the description of that because that wasn't allowing me to be successful. I changed the job description to what a trader really is. We are risk managers and we are project managers. We're project managers who have a plan. And my goal and job description of a trader is simple. Trade the plan. The plan has a historical positive expectancy. And I know if I just execute the plan, it should be successful, right? So I changed what I thought was a trader is making trades to executing a plan. And obviously my background in risk management was you use a risk management element to that, but it really was if I follow the job description of executing a plan, I will be successful. And if I'm not successful, it's because the plan needs to change, not me. So enough with the, trading activity and all that. I'm a trader. I need to make, 50 trades a day. Follow the plan, obviously a plan compliance element here to this, and I'll be successful. Changed my entire outlook on what I am as a trader, and that still holds true today. Okay, number 3, big one. I was always very opinionated on what I thought the market was going to do. And I found in my background and my back test and my journaling that my opinion stinks. I have about a 50% chance of being right. All right. So number 3, I started to let math drive my decisions rather than my opinion. All right. I see a lot, we have chat in the Slack room that says, I think it's going to go this way or that way, or, I predicted. I see verbs like that. My decision-making process and in my plan is purely math. If something has a 70% chance of happening during the day, I'm going to lean towards that direction. All right. If, people say, why did you buy it at this level or something, or, why did you enter there? Well, a dot showed up on my screen and the average move when the first dot shows up is 4.5 dots. So I'm going to buy on the first dot and sell on the 4.5 dot. That's the decision-making process I have. It's all math. Anytime I get my opinion involved in things, or I watch too much news, or start thinking, oh boy, market's tanking, China GDP is down, it's going to bleed into the US markets, that's when my results suffer. It's the little things. How many times does price hit a VWAP? How many times does it break above the daily average? And then I go with the math. Changed my entire trading career. It is completely math driven. Go to number 2, big one. This arguably was number 1. All right. And a little difficult. I know this is one that may not make your notes, but it's really, really important. We talked a lot about this in one of our academy courses. I transitioned my life, not my trading, my life, from a state of scarcity to a state of abundance, right? And I see as coaches, the ones that are struggling and even putting a lot of work in, it's not their effort that is concerning, it's the element of scarcity in their life. What does that mean? Well, when I went from a state of scarcity, I was worried about every trade. What if I lose? I used the word lose when I had a losing trade, right? Just that alone is a state of scarcity, right? I felt that every time I had a losing trade or a bad day, it was one step closer to giving up my trading, right? I wasn't confident in the plan I had in self, even though other people were successful with it. So I said, stop. Something has to change, right? And I took a bold step. And again, looked what the successful people were doing. Wasn't much different than what I thought I was doing, but they were living a life of abundance, right? And to do that, I stopped the $8 lattes. I drove a Honda Civic, right? I slept in my car to go to one of the expos, right? I did the things that built my life. I surrounded myself with positive people, right? Not necessarily traders, just people who were going to have a positive impact on my life. I stopped listening to politics. I stopped getting involved in anything that wasn't going to add value to my life, including people, some within my own family. It's a tough, bold move, but I had to take a leap of faith and see what the successful people are doing and then transition. Going from abundance, I spent money on things that were investments in me, investments in my lifestyle, investments in my growth as a person, individual, business, and in trading, right? I started giving more, whether it's the little money I had at the time, but at the same time, also volunteering, doing things, making the world a better place, right? I looked for value things and stuff like that to benefit. Frugality was a staple of my life, which quite honestly hasn't really changed, all right? Even though maybe my value or wealth has changed a little bit, still have that frugal thing. Going from a state of scarcity to a state of abundance makes everything clearer. A bad day, a bad week, it's all in perspective. Even a sort of spiritual element to it. I know I'm going a little long on number 2 here, but it's really important because I know a lot of you may just pass this one up. But understand, this was the most important thing that's ever happened in my trading and in my life. Okay, now we can go to number 2. All right, let's keep this one simple. Key takeaway, mic drop moment, the secret sauce. Everyone, write this down. I stopped adding to losing positions. That's it. All right. Your risk of ruin goes to practically zero. And 90% of the people who don't make it in this business blow up their account. I stopped adding to losing positions. And when I have winning positions, they're either the same size or every once in a while, a bigger size. All right. That is the secret sauce, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I stopped adding to losing positions because I was adding to losing positions. Why? To get a better average price. My break evens increased. My win rate went to 90%. And guess what? I had to go back to work twice. I stopped adding to losing positions. One last moment. I went to a trader expo about 10 years ago. You may have heard this, where a gentleman got up, had 45 minutes to speak. Pretty popular guy on, financial television. Right? And he goes, I'm going to give you the secret to successful trading. And he built it up and went 12 minutes. And all he said was, never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never. And he literally went on for an additional 11 minutes and 45 seconds. You can imagine the crowd really getting anxious, like screaming, come on already, come on already. And then he just ended his thing and said, never, ever, ever add to a losing position. That was his speech, and he walked off. And I walked out of there going, I need to do that. Changed my entire career, entire lifestyle, and everything. It's not about a moving average. Do I enter at the cross? Do I enter at the break of the candle? Stop adding to losing positions and watch your career take off. It's as simple as that.
All right, so I really hope you got some value out of this. As always, hope you got some insights, some things you can take note of and take action on right now. That's the goal here, is to really be able to give you action steps, things you can do and implement right now to get results with your trading. It's cool to listen to people on YouTube, but if you can get results, that's what I really care about. If you want to learn more about how you can work with me and Michael and get some help for your trading, just to get profitable and scale up your trading eventually, check out the first link below. You can apply to our program, and it's a program that we take people very seriously. We don't take a lot of people on board, but we do work with them quite intensively so they can get results and get their trading to where they want it to be. Details will be below for that. You can apply. We'll get in the call if you are a good fit for that. And make sure you subscribe. I publish these videos here on YouTube 3 times a week. 1 interview every Sunday and 2 videos in the week where I teach stuff about trading, my own tips, my own experience. Been very busy this week, but I kept the schedule up as always. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.